Once upon a time, in a land not too far from the real world but painted with bright colors and bubbling laughter, there lived two boys named Timmy and Tommy. They were both the same age, lived in the same town, and went to the same school, but their worlds were completely different. Timmy was a poor boy. He lived in a tiny house made from wood, cloth, and anything he and his mother could find. His shoes had holes, his backpack was stitched many times, and his lunchbox was an old cookie tin. His mother worked at a cartoon bakery, waking up before the sun and coming home after the stars had appeared. Timmy never complained. He woke up with a smile, brushed his teeth with a broken toothbrush, and made his own breakfast, usually a piece of bread and butter, sometimes just butter. Tommy, on the other hand, lived in a huge house with marble floors and golden doorknobs. His father was one of the richest toons in town, the owner of Golden Shoes Industries, a company that made shiny, unscuffable cartoon shoes. Tommy had everything: the latest gadgets, the fanciest clothes, and a bedroom with a slide instead of stairs. He had 3 nannies, a robot chef, and a bed that sang lullabies. Though they were different, Timmy and Tommy were classmates. Timmy sat in the front row, listening carefully, scribbling notes with a half-used pencil. Tommy often sat at the back, doodling or staring out of the window, sometimes tossing crumpled notes around. But Timmy never minded. He was curious, kind, and loved learning. One day, the school announced a big contest, the Grand Invention Fair. The winner would receive a scholarship to a special summer camp for genius kids, a golden medal, and their invention would be displayed in the city's cartoon museum. Timmy's eyes sparkled. He had always dreamed of becoming an inventor, not for fame or riches, but so he could make life easier for his mother and other people like her. Tommy yawned when the announcement was made. "Why would I invent anything?" he whispered to his friend. "My dad buys everything I want." But as days passed, even Tommy started to feel curious. Everyone was talking about the fair. The whole school was buzzing. Timmy went home that day with a head full of ideas. He rummaged through trash, picked up old wires, soda cans, gears, and springs. He worked every night under the dim light of a cracked lamp. He burned his fingers with glue, cut his hand on a tin, and got shocked by a wire once, but he didn't stop. Meanwhile, Tommy asked his father's engineers to build something for him. They created a flying scooter that played music and gave out candy. It was shiny, fast, and expensive. Tommy didn't even know how it worked. He just liked how it looked. The day of the fair arrived. Everyone gathered in the school gym. Booths were decorated with balloons and streamers. Judges walked around, examining inventions. Kids proudly explained their projects. Tommy's scooter got a lot of attention. Everyone rushed to try it, giggling as it zoomed and sparkled. But then they reached Timmy's booth. It was small, a bit messy, made of cans and buttons, but Timmy stood there proudly. "This is the laundry lifter," he said. "It uses water from washing to water plants and the leftover heat to dry clothes faster. It saves water and energy, and helps moms like mine." The judges stared. One leaned in and asked, "Did you make this alone?" Timmy nodded. "Everything here was either thrown away or donated." The judges whispered among themselves for a long time. Then came the announcement. The winner of the Grand Invention Fair was Timmy Tailspin. The gym went silent, and then a loud cheer. Timmy's eyes widened. He had never won anything. He walked up shyly to the stage as his mother wept in the back, proud and smiling. Tommy stood there confused. "But mine was cooler," he said. One of the judges came to him and gently said, "Cool is good." But Timmy's invention helps people. That's what great inventors do. Tommy didn't understand at first. But later, when he saw Timmy give a speech and dedicate the win to his mother, something changed in him. The next day at school, Tommy walked up to Timmy during lunch and said, "Can I sit with you?" Timmy looked surprised but smiled and nodded. Over time, the two became friends, real friends. Tommy began to help Timmy fix things, and Timmy showed Tommy how to build with his own hands. They worked together on a new project, a backpack that turned into a chair and had a solar charger for small devices. They didn't do it for awards. They just wanted to help other kids who had to walk long distances to school. One day, Tommy invited Timmy to his house. Timmy had never seen such things. A fountain that sang, floors that changed colors, and a treehouse bigger than his entire house. But what impressed him most was a drawing on Tommy's wall. A sketch of their backpack invention with both their names on it. Timmy smiled. Tommy smiled back. Years passed. They grew up, but never grew apart. Timmy became a scientist. Tommy became a businessman. but one who built schools, not shopping malls. They started a company together. Not to make money, but to make life easier for people like Timmy's mother. And in every cartoon book in town, there's now a page that tells the story of a poor boy with dreams and a rich boy with a heart, and how they changed the world together. Because in the end, it wasn't money or machines that made them great. It was kindness, hard work, and the magic of friendship.